Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for waiting 2,000 years for episode 7 of Till Death Do Us podcast. And we have your questions here from January 15th. I've still got them. I probably should have re-asked for more questions, but whatever. I've still got them. But before we get into the questions that you guys have, I am all fucked up in this position right now because we're in the basement. What do you think of my office? It's all messy.
Yeah, but that's normal for you.
Yeah, but this isn't how it's going to look in like a month. It's going to be nice.
It's not?
Well, there's just shit everywhere because I don't know what's going on yet. But I think it's good. But here's the problem. Everything is fucking backwards and it's driving me nuts. I like to look left. So looking right at you right now is pissing me off to have to do that.
It's exactly the same as it was.
No, it's not.
Yes, it was, because on your left was a wall.
No, but what I'm saying is, so at the other place, my camera was there facing at me here. Here it's there facing me that way. That screen was over there, and this screen was here. So everything is backwards. I fucked up. I can obviously fix it, but it's like, it's irritating the shit out of me, and I hate looking to the right. So ideally, I'd like you on my left. So I don't know if I should move a little right, and then you can sit there next time, or put you over there, but then I can't see you through the monitors, or flip this around over there and be over here, and then you're over there near the door. I'm just really fucked up right now. Like, this is irritating me. This is my bad side, too.
Your bad side?
Yeah, it's like that camera shot is the wrong shot. And everything's irritating. Like I
It
want
would
to
make more sense just to flip the stupid monitors.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
That takes 3 seconds.
And then I'll move a little bit to the right. And also, I wish I painted the walls white first. Because like right here,
you liked them green because it was like a green screen.
I like one side green so it can be a green screen. But this sucks because it looks ugly. And if I put lights on it, it won't turn cool colors. But if this was white and I put a strip of lights, it would reflect all sweet looking. So now I've got to paint this. And that pisses me off. Because I don't want to paint over that. So it means I have to take those down and then paint it. And that sucks. So like, I'm
but those
like
aren't
irritated.
right anyway.
Why?
Well, the depth of those panels is not right. And then you've got like random-ass purple ones. And then you got a blue one over there.
I like that they're different things.
Okay.
And but here's the difference, right? So with these nails, I mean screws, I screwed these. But over here, nobody can see what we're talking about or pointing to, but whatever. Up here, this is that spray stuff. I went shh, and then they stick right on. Remember I read the scary caution thing, like fires start or whatever. And
Why
I was
don't
like,
you just put up more panels where the green is right there on that
Because
wall?
where am I going to put lights then?
In the corner after you hang them up. Just lay
Do you think
them.
it's going to look good though, or you think it's going to?
I have no idea.
I don't either. I want like a. I like when there's like a white background that you can turn like cool neon looking colors. You know, you don't have to have insulation everywhere.
You can paint it. Just tape their foam. Just like kind of tape them back.
I want white foam. I couldn't find it though. Why is there no fucking white foam? It's driving me nuts.
Honestly, I don't think white foam would look good there.
Yeah, but if you put lighting on it, it would look good.
I don't know.
Like if you had white foam and then you lit it up purple or blue or whatever, it would look good then. I think. Maybe it's not good enough for you.
It's not what I would do.
What would you do?
First of all, I'd have all even panels and the colors would make some sort of sense because this drives me nuts.
What?
There's no symmetry.
Yeah?
I don't know. That just fucks with my brain. I don't like it.
Well, I mean,
and it's not even just colors and pattern. It's the depth of some of these foam things. Some of them are super shallow.
Well, I mean, I used everything. I had different ones. I had like...
That doesn't make any sense. You should have just bought multiple packs of the same ones.
I didn't know it was going to work, so and then I'd already bought one. And like,
or at least
I didn't
if
know
you were
that
going to
these
do
were
that,
different.
it's like put one type on one wall, put another type on another wall. At least that would be some symmetry.
Yeah, but what I can still put stuff on top of these. You know, I always thought that would be fine. I just put stuff on top of them. You
Whatever.
know?
I don't want to look at it anymore. It's driving me nuts.
Oh, well, fuck you too.
Sorry.
I don't want to look at your face. How about that?
My face has symmetry.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Look at a gargoyle. Fucking go. You wouldn't even be on camera because you're a gargoyle. Like, and you know it too, and that's why you wouldn't be on.
Because I'm in my jams.
Whatever. Nobody cares. People probably want to see that. It's probably some sick, weird, jammy masturbation site out there where people want women in jammies. And I don't even mean
That's
sexy.
not making me want to be on camera.
Yeah, but not even like, I'm not even talking about like sexy lingerie stuff. I'm talking about like wear my grandmother's old thing so I can wax my, anyway, whatever. So let's go to the questions, I think. Well, wait a minute. Before we do that, let me hit this. Let me hit this thing up over here. Where the fuck is it? I'm gonna lose it. Is Pluto a planet, Leah?
In my mind, it is.
I think so too. Wow, Sarah Silverman's tits. What the fuck? Why would you wear this? Why would you wear that? You can't believe the photo I'm looking at, Leah. Those can't be real. Man, Sarah Silverman's getting like a creepy face, but just these giant tit things. It's very strange. You know that there's a Harvard scientist that's saying that giant, like asteroid, or not asteroid, but like rock that's coming at us, that one that's like really long and weird looking like a cylinder. One of the Harvard scientists says it's an alien probe directed to Earth.
Really?
You okay?
I guess my facial expression was more of an answer than saying something.
Jesus Christ, you're quiet tonight. I don't know what to tell you.
It's not that thing that passed by us already, right? That long asteroid that passed by us like months ago, right?
I think that's the one. No, it says...
Because I thought something like passed by us months ago that was like crazy long or something.
Yeah, I guess so, but I think that might have been it.
Or is this something new?
I thought it was it. I thought it was it too, but this is... I don't know, you have to look at the website. But I'm just saying, they think there's one dude who legit says that's an alien probe. It's really weird. Who thinks it's an alien probe. This is a real scientist.
Just one dude.
It's a real Harvard scientist.
It's just one dude, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? Harvard also now segregates people, so I really don't trust too much about what Harvard does. But questions for Leah and Joe on the next podcast. This is episode 7, by the way, for the people that are counting out there. This is from Ed's View. Thoughts on the new Spider-Man trailer, and do you have any plans of creating a JCS mascot like Let's Beast Bear? Let's Beast Bear, like Let's Beast Brah? Like JD, is that what you're saying? And since my thing has always been the bear, that I would do the bear. What
was the first part of the question?
Spider-Man trailer.
Oh, yeah.
It looked generic to me. It looked all right, cool.
It looked all right.
It's probably going to be all right. But
I mean, I'll see it because it's a Marvel movie.
You know what I'll say is it'll probably be better than I bet you it will be better than every other Spider-Man 2.
Marvel doesn't really make bad movies. You know?
I didn't really like the third Spider-Man in the original series from the early 2000s and the...
No, I mean, like, all right. Not the other Spider-Mans. I'm not talking about them.
Okay, no, I know.
I'm talking
Marvel
about
movies.
this Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, they're pretty much like, some of them aren't great, but even though not great ones, it was like, that was still pretty good, you know? Like, it's not like, I can't think of a movie I saw from Marvel that I was like, wow, that was piss poor. Like, ooh.
They're like an NXT takeover. It's
even
like,
the ones
it's going to be good, but...
Even the ones I expected not to be that great, like, I really wasn't looking forward to Ant-Man.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Well, they've done well with everything. The only, I'm trying to think of what's the other one. Even the Captain Marvel looks really good. Want to go see that? I'm more excited about Captain Marvel than Spider-Man, though. I'm not a Spider-Man guy. I think
you know what's weird is I was never into Spider-Man until this Spider-Man. I enjoyed this Spider-Man.
Because you're a pedo or something. Like
pedo?
The young, yeah, because the young Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is young.
Yeah, but that's why now. But now you're like older. You're like in your 30s. That's when women start getting horny for younger people.
What is wrong with you?
I had so many teachers that I did want to hook up with my 17-year-old self. You know, they were like 30.
I feel like a bunch of this was your imagination, and you were just like, you're young, and you're like, yeah, they want to do me. Ooh.
No, I
and you
swear
just,
to God.
Still believe
no,
that,
it's
but
not.
It's because you were some dumb young kid.
Okay, one of them might have been. One of them might have been that, but one of them was not. Like, for sure. It was very strange. But, like, clearly she was, like... She even said something like... she was like, well... I said something like, you know, you should come out to one of our shows again or whatever. And then she said something basically to the effect of, like, you know what? I'd love to do that, and then we can have all kinds of fun. But because you'll be graduated soon, and I'll come out to anything. And she kind of looked at me. I was like, oh shit! This teacher wants to do me.
She didn't come to any of your shows.
She did. She came to the first one while I was in high school, and then she sort of like hinted it, like she did like kind of like the like this is creepy, but like when you're almost out of high school. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I got excited about it. I didn't even want to hook up with her. I just kind of thought it was cool. I was 17 though, you know. I was like about to be 18.
Yeah. And
all she did was kind of like basically throw out long hints. You know? So what I'm saying, you get a weird thing for Spider-Man. I don't know, it's weird.
I don't have a weird thing for Spider-Man. Now
you do, because it looks like he shoots cum and everything. Like,
from his hands?
Yeah, but you can imagine it's his dick.
Maybe you have a thing for Spider-Man.
I just told you I don't like Spider-Man. I barely even know. People used to say I look like Tobey Maguire, and it would piss me off. And that's how much I hate Spider-Man. They'd be like, dude, you look like... I'd always get Elijah Wood, Eminem, or Tobey Maguire. All the time. All three of those guys.
Pretty hit or miss there, huh?
I'll take Eminem and Elijah Wood, kind of.
Elijah Wood creeps me out. His eyes are too bulgy. It's like Steve Buscemi.
Are they bulgy? I didn't notice that. Steve Buscemi's eyes definitely are.
No, Steve Buscemi's eyes are crazy bulgy. But
you're just thinking about Big Daddy or whatever, where they is fucking...
What are you talking about? His eyes are like that in everything.
Yeah, no, they are. He always seems like he's like... That's the one thing about me is people always think I'm high. I feel like Steve Buscemi always gets that. Like, he always looks high.
He does.
It's like, dude, you're smoking weed? And he's like, no! His teeth are all fucking mangled,
You know he was a firefighter?
Jesus, I don't know how he's...
No, he was a firefighter, and then when 9/11 happened, he went back and worked to, like, dig people out and whatever out of the rubble and stuff. He went back to ground zero. He went there and helped.
It's so weird.
Because he was a firefighter.
He's so skinny and little. You know what I'm going to watch is I want to watch Airheads tonight. I'm going to fall asleep to Airheads.
Look, he's got those weird circly, like, super baggy eyes, like, all the way around. Like
I got baggy eyes underneath.
Yeah, it's, like, super baggy all the way around. Makes your eyes look almost bulgy. That's what Steve Buscemi is. But Steve Buscemi is way older than him.
You're right. That's weird. You're right. Am I going to have that? That's weird.
You're not as pronounced as this.
Yeah, good.
But you have to think Steve Buscemi is way worse, probably because he's way older.
I also don't think I look like a rat. I looked like Elijah Wood when he was younger.
You don't look like Elijah Wood. You don't.
I got it all the time. All the time. When I was a kid. All the time. When I was a kid.
I don't think so.
I got Elijah Wood up until about when Eminem came out. Then I got Eminem. But then when the Spider-Man movies were out, I got Tobey Maguire.
Did you also get Harry Potter then? Because I guess people like confuse them all the time.
You know, I don't look anything like Daniel Radcliffe. Nothing like him.
But I guess like that's a thing. Like people like.
Yeah, I get it. They both look like geeks. I get it. Both in dorky movies.
I like Harry Potter.
I do too.
I like Lord of the Rings.
I do.
You don't like Lord of the Rings. You've never even gotten through the first one.
No, I've been through I've fallen asleep to it 7 times.
That's not getting through the first one. I don't say I've gotten through 2001 Space Odyssey.
Okay, I've definitely
Because I've never gotten past... I've gotten to the monkey part, because the monkey part's funny and makes me laugh. And then they get to the part where on the ship, and it's like all quiet, and it's like kind of weird, and then that's when I start to fade, and I'm passed out, and I don't remember the rest. Like, I don't know what happens after that. Well, that's how far I make it into that movie.
But so I made it through the movie probably 2 or 3 times, like seriously. But most of the time, at least by 70% through.
You've not made it through.
Yes, I have.
You've not made it through.
Yes, I have.
Who dies in the Mines of Moria? It's the easy one.
I don't fucking know. I don't know.
It's the easy one. It's like the only person that dies in the first movie.
I don't remember.
You didn't see it all the way through.
I don't remember. Yeah, but when I saw it all the way through, it was 2002. Probably 2002.
Oh my god, it's like the most memorable death.
I don't know.
You could even guess it, probably.
It's that guy that dies and everything.
No, it wasn't Sean Bean.
I don't know. It was a good guess, though. It was.
Yeah, he dies later.
The Underbreak says, fuck, why the fuck is this thing covering up his name?
The movie's so good. You're really missing out, honestly, by not watching them all.
Listen, you said this about Harry Potter, and then I went and watched Harry Potter, and I ended up liking it.
So maybe you should try this one.
I have, and I fell asleep 3 times.
You said you made it through 3 times.
Turn that down a little bit. Yeah, I've made it through 3 times before I met you. And I've tried twice with you.
You couldn't even tell me.
Twice with you.
You couldn't even tell me the biggest... I think it's the only death in that first movie.
Does Liv Tyler die?
What?
Does Liv Tyler die?
Technically...
In the first movie?
Oh, no.
Okay, then the fuck, I don't care. I don't want to close my eyes. Man, my voice is fucked up.
She's Elven.
When is it okay to go ass to mouth, says the Underbreak. Then Jordan below that said, you never go ass to mouth. Yeah.
Don't go ass to anything.
When you're dying of cancer and that's your last night on Earth, I guess. Why would you do that,
Don't go ass to anything.
I don't know. I'm weird right now. You clean yourself really good, you can rub that all over my mouth.
It's a butt. Don't do ass to anything.
Brad Mitchell says, what would happen if you ever found any of your children smoking marijuana or drinking underage? Drinking, I'd be really angry for some reason. Like under 18, I would be upset. I think I'd be upset under 18. But not that upset. Like, over 14, less upset.
I feel like if it was Brenna, I'd be like, that makes sense. Because I feel like Brenna's going to be the one that does stuff. Because she's like wicked, like, what's the word?
I don't know. I'd be like, if you get hooked on this shit, like, you're going to, you could end up being a loser in a room. But you could all, but if you, I don't know. It depends on the situation.
It's weird because it's like, at one time I know a lot of people. It's like on one side I know a lot of people that smoked in high school and it wasn't a big deal. Like you smoke every once in a while, it's not a big deal. It's sort of like a recreational type thing. But I also know people that's like smoke every single day and that's like all they did and it became like, it's like they have to like all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like, if it was some sort of whatever once in a while thing, I'm not going to get as mad about that. But if it's something where it's like every single day you're doing this, like, give me a break. Like, you got fucking better things to do.
Yeah, I guess that depends on, like, that. If I find... I'd be more mad about, like, addiction. That will be what I would get upset with. But I also think below 16 is very scary to me if they are on that before that. I think I smoked 6 times ever before I was 18.
Yeah, I really didn't.
And then I think I drank twice, but not really. Like, you know what I mean? Like, other people were drinking, and I was like, oh, cool, okay. And then I sipped a beer, but, like, didn't really care for it. And that was before 18. I was a pretty good kid with that stuff. Like,
I didn't really do much either.
But when I turned 19...
But that's because mostly I don't like not being in control of myself.
Yeah,
I guess is the feeling.
I was at a party and I wanted to have fun with everybody, and I was worried that what if I get hurt or something crazy happens? Like, I don't even want to drink this. I'm having fun without this.
I like being coherent. Like, like I like not. I don't know. I don't like feeling stupid.
I don't know. I don't mind it. I just don't. When I was a kid, it was different. Plus, I was really like in this like shit about like I don't know. I was like. I knew that I know you drink, it affects your brain and it affects your stuff. And so I started thinking about like, well, my brain's growing, and then to throw this in there fucks me up. Like, I know it sounds geeky and shit, but I was heavy into like the science of it. Like, this will hurt you as you're growing.
Dare worked on you.
No, not Dare. No, I didn't go to Dare. I never even had Dare.
What? It was mandatory.
I remember the Dare Cop. I didn't listen to a fucking thing they said.
No, you did elementary school here.
I didn't listen to anything they said, though, really.
It was mandatory. I know that. And it was mandatory again in, like, middle school.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe it did. Maybe that's how I figured it out. But I just knew from watching TV and things that, like, this does hurt your brain, and this does hurt your body.
Is there a countrywide thing? Or is that just...
I don't know anymore if it still is. It's the government being like, here, tell on your parents and neighbors.
That's not what it was at all.
I know. Depends where... No, that depends on
I
where
don't remember ever being asked about other people. It was mostly like they just came in and they were like, look, if you do this...
Not in the black cities.
I didn't grow up in a black city, I guess.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm serious. They use it against people. But whatever.
That's actually not even true. There's a ton of black people in our city, so that's...
Yeah, but not in all black city. They're like, tell us if your dad is keeping the weed. It's all fucked up. I guarantee it. You talk to some of the listeners. They'll tell you. But in our little white area, they were like, oh, well, be careful.
You got to remember that I didn't grow up in the same little nook part of the city that you grew up in. You may as well have grown up in, like, another city.
I guess. Oh, well, whatever. I remember Dare, though, but I just don't remember what...
Like, there was different sections.
I just know. We know for a fact it hurts it can stunt your development, your brain, everything. All it does when you take it now. But it's like, who cares now?
Even a lack of sleep can do it to you, so you really gotta, like, not...
Yeah, my life's fucked up then. I'm gonna be dead at 60. Brad Mitchell says, what would happen if you ever found out any of your children smoke... I just read the same question again. I don't know what would happen. They'd be grounded, I guess, or in trouble, depending on what it was. Yeah. There'd be something. I'd probably sit them down and be like, I don't know. It's too long to go into. I don't even want to think about it. I hope it doesn't happen. How about that? Prayesh Muhamdar. Here it comes, all the way from India. Are you guys planning to make another baby, or 3 enough for a lifetime? 3 is enough for a lifetime, considering one of them is taking over my bedroom.
I want one more.
Well, you're going to have it with the neighbor. I think somebody asked that last time, too.
I told you he'll be out of that room soon.
No, because I'm not going through it all over again with him now. Another one's in the room. Now I'm kicked out again. Nope. Maybe if you were like, no, he's not in the room, come to bed, I'm sexy or something every night, I'd be like, yo, this is great. But then I'd be like, no, because then if you have another baby, then you won't be able to do it for a while. And then you'll get all big and stuff. And
Fuck
no,
you.
I'm not fucking doing that again. Nope.
You're big.
Yeah, I don't want to be. I'll get bigger if we have another one.
That's your fault.
I'm not doing it. No.
How come when I have a baby, I'm like, oh, I'm big, but then afterwards I'm small again. But you
I don't know what's
going to
happen either. I don't know what's going to happen with this house. We have to make payments. Like, I don't know how this job is going to go. I don't know how you guys, I don't know how Patreon's going to go. The donations are going to go. We have another kid? No.
Oh, that's making me feel great.
Yeah, no kid right now.
Thanks
no.
a lot.
I'm about to try to lose weight right now, and then I'm hoping that Leah loses weight and we get all young.
You carry the baby. That's right.
We get all young and skinny and we bang every night. Like, that's what I'm thinking about.
Because that's how aging works.
We have another kid. Now that all just goes sets back again another 3 to 5 years. No. Marvin, what? Have you two done the 69? Didn't someone? I swear to God that these are the same questions. Marvin, what? Has you two do? I think twice or 3 times. Leah thinks once. I think it's 2 or 3. Or I think like a lot of them were when we were drunk though, and I just like it just happened for a little while that way. I don't know. It always just feels like you're being suffocated. So you're just like, let's try something else. Cosmic Crow says, what's the dumbest thing you've ever seen a full-grown adult get angry over? Wow, that's...
Australians.
What? What the hell does that mean? I don't know. I don't get it.
Never mind then.
We have a lot of Australian listeners.
I know. Never mind.
John Wayne says, I can't think of it either. A full-grown... I don't know. All I can tell you is one night I was watching YouTube videos on road rage, and I can tell you I've seen about 700 of those things.
Oh my God, road rage is the dumbest thing.
Have you ever watched it? It's like addictive to watch the YouTube videos.
You get road rage.
Kind of, but like not that bad. Like these people get crazy.
You have crazy annoyances though. It's like we'll be like in like 3 seconds of traffic and you'll start like losing your mind.
I get anxiety with lines. I can't deal with lines.
That's what I just don't get it. Like I don't understand.
Like if I see a line, like you could tell me that they're giving away $100 and the line is right there, and if I saw the line was like around the block or something, I would turn around and go home. Like, I'm dead serious. I hate
It's
lines.
so much worse than that. Like, I've gone to the post office twice now for you because you couldn't stand to wait in like a 10-minute line.
Yeah.
You need to have, like, patience. You need to develop some patience.
I had patience at one time. It's gone.
Well, you need to get it back, and you need to develop patience because you're an adult, and you need to do adult things, and sometimes doing adult things requires patience. I
do so much. There's so much going on. We gotta go. Like, we gotta move. And if it's not moving, it's like I'm out.
But it's never gonna get done otherwise.
I know. I've got problems. I have some kind of problem. I don't know what it is. John Wayne, would a third party ever be introduced in the two-party machine, and what would it take for that to happen in U.S. politics?
Never.
John Wayne, it would take me becoming a YouTube hyperstar.
Nope.
And megastar. And if I became a YouTube megastar...
It'll never happen.
With 50 million subscribers...
It could be the biggest YouTuber ever, and it would never happen. Because the two political parties will never allow it to happen. It's not even like a ballot, really. It's not pushed. There, you have. No,
it could happen. It
could, but it won't.
How it would happen is you get somebody that the people all just love. Like, I'm telling you, it ends up being 60% of the country's behind this person, or 40%. Even let's say 40%. 40% of the country is behind this independent person, and they're not allowed.
Before you go any further, they couldn't even get Bernie into the Democratic position.
Yes, he's a good
this
example.
Country loved him.
Yep.
They prevented it. And what I'm saying is they will prevent any third party.
I know.
Just the same way.
But I'm explaining now how that could change. Number one, a guy, let's pretend it's not Bernie. Let's pretend it's me. I get up on stage and I call all this stuff out. I start saying I start being the Donald Trump of the independent party. I start calling all this stuff out. And I start saying it's unfair, and they're trying to take this from you people. They're controlling you, and they're not letting me vote. They're not letting me...
So you mean basically what Jesse Ventura has been doing, and still people don't listen to him?
But I'm saying if you have to have all the people behind you in a different way. I'm not saying Jesse would be great.
And people know who he is.
But I'm saying, like, you need to get a real, like, a young person who, like, they get really behind, like, it's epic. Like, kind of like Bernie Sanders. He almost got there. But the problem is he doesn't have the fortitude. He just rolled over.
It has nothing to do with it.
No, you need...
Rolling over has nothing to do with it when they completely rig everything against you.
No, because if you speak out, most people don't even know that. Most people don't know that happened. So if you...
People can speak out, he's still not going to be on the ballot.
No, but if you... Yes, I'll tell you what. No, you need a revolution. I'm not even kidding. I would speak out. If Bernie Sanders had spoken out and said what happened to all the people and started flipping out about it...
Everybody knew. We all knew.
Because here's what happened. A woman, Hillary Clinton, was running. So, like, people kind of deferred to that. Like, it was okay. If there was no Hillary Clinton and then they shut down Bernie Sanders and it was only Bernie Sanders, but they shut him down for some reason, people would have rioted. They would have flipped the fuck out. But they couldn't because they were like, oh, but Hillary will be stronger, I guess. And they kind of weren't sure. They were divided in that way. So there was a buffer. Then when Bernie endorsed her, it was like, oh, well, of course, okay. Like, and so people, and then there was you were left with the 20 or 30% of Bernie supporters who were like, no, what the fuck? No, fuck. But if you'd gotten everybody behind Bernie and shown what Hillary was doing, and then Bernie came out and said, listen, I'd love to come out and tell you to vote for Hillary instead of Trump.
How are you going to make them know? Because it was all over the news, everything that happened.
I don't know. Bernie had to say it.
And that all came out before the election.
Bernie had to say it. Bernie had to be the one to say it. You people let her rig this and let her take this. Good luck when Donald Trump's the president. That's what I would have said if I was Bernie Sanders. And here's the other example. People didn't care enough about Bernie then. There's the answer. If they cared enough, they would have been riots. There should have been riots. That's what we'll get. You'll get riots. You'll get angry people storming the White House, storming the whole country until they let this person on the ballot. That's what it'll take. Until the person is on the ballot. And then it's like, wow, you're going to have to do that. The people listening, Like, and then you're also gonna have to have a megastar, like The Rock or somebody like that. But The Rock is a Hollywood scum person now, anyway. Even though I like The Rock and he seems like a great person.
I don't think The Rock is a Hollywood scum.
I don't know. He's weird. It's like these Hollywood people are very strange. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he was into something weird that we don't know about.
He seems like pretty.
He does. He seems like a great guy. I like The Rock. I'd vote for him at this point.
The thing about The Rock is doesn't come from like crazy rich upbringing. He comes from pretty humble beginnings. You know?
Yeah. Kind of. His dad was a wrestling legend.
A wrestling legend, yeah, but in his day, like, they weren't living like...
Played football scholarships.
Yeah, but he did that on his own. Didn't he?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, he did.
So, I mean, he
had the in with the WWE call-up, but he tried out. He tried out, though. He tried out. He had a big body and everything. I don't know.
Made himself what he was, too, because when The Rock when he first came out as, what was it, Rocky, whatever he was called then, he sucked.
Yeah, he was lame.
He was horrible.
Because that wasn't him. That's why it was just Vince being like, you're the blue chipper, you know? I like The Rock. I think he's an independent too. He might be Republican. I don't remember. He's leans right. I know that. I would vote for The Rock probably if I knew what I don't know what his politics are, so I have no idea. But The Rock. But so let's say The Rock. Let's say The Rock wanted to run, and what if he ran independent? What if the Democrats are like, oh, cool? Because I think a lot of left wing people think The Rock is left wing, and they don't realize like he's not. So they'd be like, oh, he's running independent. What the hell? Because remember, Donald Trump was going to run independent. Then he chose Republican. But originally, he was going to run independent. And he changed all his beliefs
because you can't win as an independent.
Right. And maybe that's what they
that's the point.
Well, okay, I think Donald Trump couldn't have won independent. But I think The Rock could win independent. Donald Trump was like, I'm such a weirdo for this that I have to be absolutely serious. And that's why he dropped his beliefs on sex, on homosexuality. Like, oh, you know, gay marriage is great, blah, blah, blah.
Trump ran with the party that keeps the money with the rich because he's rich and he wants to keep his money.
It seems
all his friends are in that party.
It seems like that now, but I wonder, like,
he was never going to run independent.
Why did Trump change from like?
He was never going to run independent.
But why? But he said originally
probably like a swerve to try and get some of like the left-leaning people to be on board before going right.
But he also used to say like, oh, you know, gay marriage is great, you know, should be allowed everywhere. And then all of a sudden...
Again, a swerve.
But this is the weirdest thing, right? Trump says gay marriage is fine and he agrees with it everywhere. Then he becomes a Republican and says, well, I'm not really sure about that. Hillary says, no, gay marriage is wrong. And now says, no, I love gay marriage. The two of them flip-flopped on both of their original opinions.
They will do that because they're politicians, and they're going to do what either
I hate these people.
A, keeps them in office, and B, makes them money.
It's like
there is not a single politician that cares about people except.
Well, I would.
Except Bernie.
They're like fucking football coaches. They're not even like humans. They're like football coaches. They're like, okay, if I change my position here, now I can end up here, and then we'll go there. But if I don't change my position here, then I'll be stuck here and I won't get up there. It's fucking crazy. They're not human.
They're more like mobsters.
But it's like, I don't know. But, okay, maybe, right? But I'm saying there is a chance that somebody...
Politics is just one gigantic gang fighting another gigantic gang.
That's what Jesse said. He wrote a book called that. It's true, though. But no, here's why.
It is.
I got in a fight with someone the other day who said I was crazy.
Founding fathers said never had a two-party political system.
Here's why.
Here we are.
Here's why it's not crazy. If you look at all the companies that back the Republican president and look at all the companies that back the Democratic president, they're all the same companies that backed Obama on the left, and then they're the same people that backed Clinton. So the same companies backed Clinton, became president. He was basically held to whatever he was supposed to do for all these companies. Now Bush becomes president. On the right side, all those companies are lined up backing him. It's literally like the NFC and the AFC of football. All the same teams are on each side every time, even though you change the head coach.
Different companies have different views and align those views.
Yeah.
With the corresponding political party.
Yeah, it's all the corporations.
That is exactly what happens.
All the banks and corporations.
And that's a major problem with our political system as well, because these people just dump money into these political campaigns so that when their when their politician, whoever they want, you know, whatever candidate they want wins, that candidate then turns around now as president or a senator or whatever and is able to push through whatever bills and laws and everything else that company was either in favor for, or they deny ones that they weren't. That is a huge problem that people don't realize.
But that's what people don't get.
A perfect example.
It doesn't matter who runs on the left and the right. The name of the president doesn't matter. All the same companies are behind the person. It's crazy.
No, it's different companies behind different people.
No, but what I'm saying is like all the same companies are behind the right-wing person.
You won't see Comcast behind a Democrat. You'll only see them behind a Republican, because what Comcast wants to do is own the internet.
But you also will see, but now what you're seeing is on the right side, it's weird if you look, on the right side you're seeing all the banks and the big kind of scummy corporations, and on the left side, now you're seeing a lot of independent creepy companies and like Facebook and Twitter and all those people. So it's like the left criminals are the social criminals, and the right side is now like the business criminals, and both of them are like criminals.
Okay, well, the right side's stealing your money and your livelihood and hurting you. They're taking everything they can from you, every penny. What is the left taking from you?
Your freedom and your identity.
How? Because the right actually is taking money from people. Mm-hmm. With every Comcast bill you pay, with every mortgage payment you pay.
Well, no, see, they all do this.
They're stealing money.
They're all doing this. That's what you have to understand. Both sides are doing this. That's why we need a third party or a fourth party or different parties. But
what is the left want besides being around being annoying? With their social justice shit.
You don't want to get into that. It's really bad on both sides.
But you can still sit here and make your podcast.
I will say that left-wing stuff typically would probably help me out more.
Yeah,
a little bit in some ways, but I'm still. Neither one is good. Like you can't say like either one is not as bad. They're both really bad. And the left side is more sneaky about it. They're doing all kinds of stuff to you that you don't quite realize. Whereas the right, it's very evident. They could just get away with it for some reason. Roger that says, you guys ready for Game of Thrones? Any ideas or theories on the ending of things that we may see? I'm trying not to think about it, to be honest. Like, I mean, a lot of times I like to like theorize, like, oh, this could happen, that could happen. I'm at the point where I just kind of want to relax and see what happens. I don't even want to think about it. That's where I'm at.
I have ideas, but I don't want to say them.
Yeah?
Because But
the book is like, they've strayed completely from the book, I feel like.
I don't think they have so much, though. Probably, I'm sure somewhat, because actually more characters are dead in the movies than are dead in the books. Mm-hmm. But I do know that they have talked to Martin about the ending.
Yeah.
And I think they do know the direction that it's supposed to go. Whether they go with that or not, I don't know. But based on clips, based on rumors, based on having read the books and seen all the shows, I have theories about certain people I think that are going to die with pretty good reason. And a couple of them, I have a feeling I know how they're going to die. My fear is that I don't want to say anything, because if I end up being right, I don't want to have said it, you know?
Yeah.
To people. If I do somehow end up being right.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm saying, too, is like...
Maybe I'll write it all. Maybe I'll write it all down, so after the series is over, we can like look back at it and see how right I was or wrong I was.
That'd be funny. We could do a whole show on that.
Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, you should do that. That's funny. What's next? We got motherfucker Broken Lion says, would you guys have a pet fox?
Oh my god, yes.
Leah, oh my god, Leah would, yeah. I'd actually take that too. I like foxes. Those things are cute as hell. Bite your fucking wrist off though. Broken Lion.
Not really. I mean, they're wild animals, but I don't think they're vicious. They're more like They're
timid.
Yeah, they're more timid. They'd rather run away and hide. I was telling Gavin this the other day, because I was telling him about like a lot of the like wildlife now that he's probably going to see more than we lived in the city. And I was explaining stuff to him, you know, because I wanted him to be aware of like fisher cats and coyotes and foxes, different things that you don't typically see in the city.
Yeah.
And which ones are like really you want to run in the house if you see.
We talked about coyotes on the show the other day that they basically never really attacked anybody.
But I told him, I was like, if you ever see a fox and the fox ever comes near you, or it looks like it's not running away immediately to hide, you want to run away, because typically that means that the fox is probably rabid, because they don't go near people. They don't want to be near people.
Yeah, it's
like
weird.
Ever. So if you see a fox and it's not spooked by you, that's a really bad sign. It's not like a possum or a skunk or a raccoon where they see you or whatever, and they might just be like, whatever.
Possums don't care, yeah.
You know, like, no, a fox won't, most of the time you won't even see a fox. But I told him, too, like, coyotes are bad.
Remember I saw a raccoon in our old house driveway and it walked past me and it scared the shit out of me. I was like, I thought it was a dog at
Remember
first.
when I was sitting on the stoop? And my theory was he was waiting to go in the garbage barrels. I was sitting on the front stoop, and the garbage barrels were over to the right. And there was that hedge there at the edge where the sidewalk is, and I'm just sitting there, and something catches my eye, and I look up, and he's just kind of like, he walked around the corner and just kind of stopped and paused and looked at me, and he backed up.
That's right, he backed up.
He backed up, and then, so I'm sitting there like, all right, he didn't come at me or anything. He probably just wandered back down the street. Couple minutes go by, he peeks his head out again and looks at me, and it's like, I'm still here. I swear to God, he was waiting to either cross by or to go in the garbage barrels that were right there, because they were going in the garbage barrels all the time. Like, are you going to go in so I can get my dinner?
Yeah, he was waiting for you to go inside.
It was so funny, though, the way he backed up. Like, he was fat as hell, too.
Oh, my God, that's
fat
funny.
Raccoon.
I forgot about that.
I've seen possums, too. Possums on the fence. They're so scary.
Possums are weird.
Because they're not even, like, I'm not even scared it's going to hurt me. It's just its face looks like a fucking demon skull. Like, it's like
it's
you know,
like a rat and a bat, like, mixed face. Like, it's weird.
But it's the white and the mix of the white and the black on its face. It looks like a skull. When you open the black, like, the back door, and it's, like, pitch black out, you know, like, and all you see is, like, the white, like, the bit of white on their face.
Little
it's
ears.
like, oh my God, a fucking ghost.
Looks like a sock is alive.
It's a demon outside on the fence.
JP Giles says, have you ever had food poisoning?
I can't confirm I ever have.
I'm pretty sure I have. And it's only recently. It was three years ago now, I think. I said this on a show someday, but I'm looking through the goddamn, like, food, like, what to get for food. We're so sick of ordering the same thing. And I ordered this fucking food from this place up the street from us, and I never order from there because the last time I ordered from there,
I feel like I've heard this story 15 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm telling it to him. They suck and they're assholes. So I call like 3 years later.
I stopped eating from this place, by the way, like a year before that.
I know.
Their food
me
was
too.
Greasy,
no, we didn't eat.
filth.
We never ate from there. But I was like, let me try it again. I looked at the Google reviews. They had bad reviews.
I'm gonna eat it anyway.
I was like,